Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another horrific game. Tonight I'm joined once again by the fine folks at Brotherhood of the Dice and Infinite Monkey Tales as we take part in the next session of the Draconis Trilogy, an alien RPG created by Free League Games. Before I hand you over to our host, I'd just like to remind you to show support to our guest streamers by subscribing to their platforms and following their works. Links are in the description. And with that being said, I hand you over to the game mother. Well, Danath, what have we been up to?
Good evening. We'll just jump right in with the recap. Last time, our wonderful team of scientists, along with the token Marine, ex-Marine, descended via a junction access number 5 from the correctional officers down onto deck G, where you headed towards the starboard hangar deck in search of replacement power cells for the Caterina, having decided to ignore the Warden Strike's pleas for assistance in quelling the riot. So upon descending onto deck G, almost immediately you encountered one of the correctional androids, only to witness a sudden attack as an alien creature dropped behind it and tore the android's head off. The assailant, an eyeless humanoid with an elongated skull, its upper jaw jutting out, in a kind of similar look to like a goblin shark, if you're familiar with those, and its mouth filled disturbingly with human-like teeth. With a hiss, it charged. Sergeant Sajad fired his shotgun just as the creature leapt, hitting it with a shot, but not before it latched onto his arm with its jaws, crushing the bones in his arm. Captain Luger then moved up and responded with her bolt gun, firing a shot that pinned the creature's skull to the corridor wall. And then another of the creatures dropped down at the far end of the corridor and crouched, ready to strike. And as you were all preparing to turn and make a hasty retreat, a piercing whistle echoed, not through the air, but instead through your minds. And a new figure appeared, another of the alien humanoids, who claimed that the creature, seemed to act as if this creature was like a pet, petted it like a dog, calmed it down, and it just sat patiently waiting. So then this figure approached and communicated with you all psychically, flooding your minds with thoughts and images. It claimed to be one of the perfected or the full Fremen, who of course you'd encountered on these creatures earlier up on one of the higher decks, and it offered you all a terrible bargain: find the 26th Draconis strain and deliver it, or die. But when the vision ceased, both the being and its pet had vanished. So Navari spent some time studying the corpse of the creature that was pinned to the wall. His analysis suggesting that this creature functions almost like a warrior ant, if you like. I mean, in a protective role for a part of a complex, and its form was part of a complex evolving life cycle, perhaps in some way connected to the full Fremen. This, of course, marked the beginning of Act 2. So after we assessed everybody's agendas, we continued on with Act 2. So pressing on into the starboard hangar deck, the team found that the anti-gravity system was offline, forcing you to swim through the 0G, and the corpses of about 18 convicts drifted around you, necks broken, along with numerous drained power cells. But dominating the hangar space was the meteoric mass believed to be the source of the Heselden lights, a black mass pulsing like a heart, light absorbing and laced with bioluminescent tendrils that fed into the station and through 7 power conduits on the hangar deck. So while Drabikowski, Sajad, Ejiri and Navari searched for working batteries, Luger and Lark were drawn towards the meteorite, or rather Lark followed Luger. And as they approached, an aperture opened, almost like a valve and a heart. But just behind that, which I might have forgot to mention, just behind that, there was an airlock door which hissed open. And compelled, Luger led the way inside. The interior resembled living tissue grown over a ship. The walls were coated in strange polyps, the air thick with a rhythm like a heartbeat, skittering sounds echoing around. And Luger cut open one of these hanging fleshy sacks with a cutting torch. And as she did, it just burst open, spilling amniotic fluid and the half-digested remains of a human body onto the floor. So recoiling from this horrific sight, Luger then headed towards another of the mechanical doors, and as it opens up from the darkness beyond, lunge three small squid-like creatures. So meanwhile, though, in the back out in the hangar, the others had located several batteries, all drained. However, they did discover 3 functioning EVA pods that could potentially be used to cut the Katerina free from the wreckage that it has become entangled in. Then movement. Then there was some movement. One of the convicts' corpses started to convulse and then ruptured, birthing a smaller version of the alien creature that had attacked you in the corridor previously. Drabikowski fired off a shock rifle at it and managed to hit it, reducing it just to pulp. Then suddenly, the entire station began to shudder. Gravity shifted violently, and even in the hangar 0G, everything was hurled about as the Erebus station engaged, sustained its thrusters, trying to stabilize itself against the latest gravity shear from the black hole. I guess that is where we left it. So that is where we will begin again. After you've just recovered from, as the station finally steadies itself, as the thrusters can't restabilize the station and gain equilibrium. And Ajiri, at this point, Ajiri mutters something partially to himself, but loud enough to be heard by everybody, that says, well, when the black hole acts up like this, the thrusters must be kicking in. They feed the power using the stored power from the plasma tanks. They must be the only thing that's keeping us from falling into that swirling black hole and just crushing us to alive.
I'm going to take this as a subtle hint that we need to get off this station as quickly as possible.
We're kind of on that mind anyway, and just the station doesn't seem to want us. Are we accidentally on the event horizon?
Well, the station has been. That is where, yeah. So the
every
station
time we try to leave it, the station goes, "No, you're staying a bit longer." We'd have left already about 2 episodes ago. Once we looked in this place, it's like, nah, this is not good. Let's go.
Yeah. So I think we'll start with you guys first, and out in the hangar just after this. The station, like I said, the station finally stabilizes itself. But there's still the anti-gravity system is still in operational in here, so everything's still floating around. Maybe the bodies and the dead battery cells have kind of been all kind of moved to one corner or towards one corner of the hangar deck.
Right. Okay. Did we settle the debate whether we're going to carry a couple of batteries with us to get charged, or are we just going to leave them?
I was still thinking, wouldn't it be better if we actually found somewhere where we could recharge the batteries first?
Look, that's it. I mean, we don't know if we're going to find charged batteries, but we have these guys, so we should probably just take them with us. We find somewhere to charge them, great. And if we find charged batteries in the meantime, we just offload the ones that aren't charged and load the ones that are. I mean, gotta leave all our options open. I don't know how much longer this station's going to be able to sustain itself. I'm very happy if it goes hurtling into whatever star disaster area it's bound to get to with all these things on board. They can't survive, that's for sure. But maybe we can get on the ship and get out of here.
Look, happy, yes, as long as we are not on it.
So, shall we grab an EV? Is it two? Right, basically, one person has to pilot on their own, and the rest of us get in twos. What about our compatriots that are inside? And I sort of point over at the whatever that gelatinous mass is.
What are they still doing in there?
I don't know, but
Didn't they feel this whole thing shake? Oh,
to me, it's not a wise choice, and especially when some people in this team claim to be scientists, rushing headlong into alien pathogens without even being suited up properly, or just diving in. I don't know. It wasn't the school of research and study that I went to.
well, maybe I'm gonna try to find some object somewhere and throw it at the thing, and just yell in that direction. Yo, guys, you didn't feel that? We're getting out of here.
Why am I the film the best thing we could throw at it is bullets?
So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of debris flying around, so it's just an act, almost just an act of reaching out and grabbing something that's floating past. But of course, as you fling it, there's the momentum is somewhat dulled, and it does. Oh, of course, it does drift towards it and eventually collide with it, but not with any real force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, maybe I just want to make some noise.
So this thing is huge. This it's literally let me give you a proper idea of how big it is. I'll just measure it.
You mean like space is big, really, really, really big?
So it is about at least 60 meters long.
Oh wow! Wait, Doctor, do you think that's a ship? Maybe we just get into that thing and fly it out of there. If it's alien ship technology, if that's how those creatures got here and there's nobody else in there, maybe we can just use that to get out of here.
Let's see if our compatriots come out first. I don't like the idea of getting inside large biomass. It doesn't seem sensible.
Well, you're the doctor. Well, how do we get them out?
When was the last time any of you climbed inside a large biomass lately? Is it a regular thing with this thing?
Like, when was the
Might
last
be if
time
you're a
any of you?
proctologist.
It's like, when was the last time any of you crawled through a large cloaca? Well,
are we going to try and get a message or a signal inside that, or are we just going to get...
I did. I threw something at it.
To interrupt you, I just want to. I think everybody at least came on board, having been issued with a rebreather. But I think some people had suits as well. So, for instance, I believe Sergeant Sajjad. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Sergeant Sajjad has his ape suit, which I can't remember if that has a protective eyewear mask, protective user's face. So that does have its own air supply and thing as well. So I think everybody's equipped with either with a rebreather or some kind of suit that offers an air supply. But I don't think, or if it was, I apologize, I can't remember. If has anybody been making use of their air supply, or have they just been had their masks off, the helmet open?
We only used it right at the beginning, I think. when we first entered the ship.
Yeah. If you use it initially, I think when you were traversing the umbilical cord, didn't you? When you first entered.
Yeah.
But, so does that mean that nobody has been using the air supply?
Don't want to use up the air supply until they actually need it.
Okay, that goes for everybody. That's fine.
I don't need it.
You don't. No, you don't. Okay, that's fine. Like I say, I was just going to say, if you had been using your air supply, then now would be a time that you would be making a supply check for it.
All right. I'm gonna head towards that big thing and try to get everybody out of there. Somehow I'll look for an area where I could knock or make some noise or pound on it.
Okay. What about everybody else, or rather, everybody else that's outside?
Shall we check the EVs? Make sure they're operational.
I think we should.
Okay. So Dr. Ijiri, he kind of stands nervously looking around, probably keeping an eye on the corpses of all the convicts after that creature burst out of one of them. We really shouldn't be hanging around here. It seems far too dangerous. Can we not just get the things we need and leave?
That's what we're doing. No, we got to get these guys who went into this.
Yes. Yeah, we need to get everybody out of here, Sajad. Yes, of course. We need to make sure everybody's safe. Whatever the company sent us here for, it's not worth it. We need to make sure everybody gets off of here alive. We have a responsibility to people, Sajad, surely. But anyway,
Is that a separate conversation?
So yes, that would.
What's the sort of distance between that and the EVs?
I would guess you would be able. He would be speaking loud enough so everybody could hear. I would think.
I'll just call over and say, well, if we can't get off this, we can't send out a distress signal, and there's no rescue. If we can't fix the ship, we're not getting off this station anyway.
He just kind of knows. But so yourself and Drabikowski, you check over the EVAs, and they all three appear to be fully functional. They're securely they're secured to the deck, so they have not been thrown around.
This is good.
And all three appear to be equipped for performing maintenance tasks. So all three have industrial size, huge, like cutting torches that would be more than sufficient to use to cut Captain Luger's ship free from the wreckage.
Yeah,
sounds good. Now we just need to sort out the battery issue.
Were there not three things? No.
You've got, I believe, you've got a checklist, but you're inside the.
I do.
Inside the meteorite. And talking of inside the meteorite,
I remember two of them.
Inside the meteorite, you, Captain Luger, you've just opened this door into a darkened corridor, and 2-3 of these squid-like things suddenly launch themselves towards you and the doctor.
I'm nowhere near him. I'm in the. I was getting up on it. I went nowhere near him.
I'd make that 3.
This is true. He were doing something else, weren't you?
I was getting a magnum out.
Actually, you'd got the magnum out, and then you had gone over to the captain to ask him if he wanted to show him it, to ask him if he wanted it.
My God, he's right, you know.
I can't remember.
Oh well,
I thought we were looking at machinery or something.
He had he'd gone over to look at the galley, and that's where he found he found a bottle of mezcal and the Magnum, and he managed to get the Magnum free that were kind of trapped inside some like black resin. He managed to break that free, and then he told you he had something, and he brought it over to show you this Magnum, which you said you was very disappointed because it was when he actually showed you what it was. Actually not stood right next to each other, but you are stood reasonably
together.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the case, I'm intending to, defend myself against these squid things.
Yes, I would advise that. Yes.
Yeah.
What would you plan to do, Liga? Are you going to headbutt them?
No, I've got a gun.
Let me just. I mean, you can't see these, but I'm just going to put some tokens down so I can use them for this purpose. No. Oh, okay. All right. It might help if I have the. There we go. Right. And then I need some of these. Okay. And less. Radio. So just turn that into combat.
Yeah. Games paused as well.
It is indeed. Let me just. I think I might have to copy this combat because it will. I need to make it so it's visible on all scenes. If I can remember how to do that, a link. Click to link scene. Click to unlink. There we go. So,
Would the guys outside quickly, Phil? Would they be able to hear these shots? I'm guessing they would.
What shots?
If
Lee, shot,
Lee, I'm just saying if Lee shoot or if they.
Well, I would say you would be unsure on that.
Okay.
So if you and not that it's necessary, but if you should be able to see the combat tracker anyway, because I've unlinked it from the other scene, so you should be able to see it even though you're on there. Okay. Yeah. So I shall. You can click on the dice if you want to draw your own card. If you can see the dice, yep, there you go. I'll do the. You'll be glad to know these are slow. They only get one card each.
I am glad to know it.
Let me just double check the modules are installed correctly. Oh no, it's not installed correctly. Right, okay. Best do that then. Sorry, it might reload your instance of Foundry a moment.
Yeah.
Wibble.
Because the combat module wasn't installed properly. Okay, so we might have to quickly do that again.
Might have to assume we've killed them all. We're all good. Yes, I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah, the combat has gone. So, right, okay. Okay, so let's redo that then. Oh, why is the combat has disappeared? Oh, okay. We're having technical problems already. That's good.
Well, to be quite honest, the station is falling to bits. So
yeah.
Well, don't press that delete button when you have everybody selected.
I'm just going to reload my Foundry again just in case. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Okay. So if you go to the, do I have to unlock it? Oh, that's cool. They've added some new things onto it. Unlinked combat. So you should be able to see it. It should be still unlinked. Can you see it in the combat tracker?
No.
No?
No.
How about now?
No.
Nope.
I'm clicking off and clicking on to make sure that it's...
Doesn't matter.
Do you want me to refresh?
You can do just in case. Just in case.
Just to see.
That might be it.
Yeah, that's all good now.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Right, cool. So if you so it's a deck of cards instead of a dice.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so the we even have card drawing sounds. Cool.
Yeah.
Rightio. So yeah, they're still slow, so they're still only at Act 1. So, but first is one of these. Bum, bum, bum. Which one is it? It is this one. So yeah, this squid-like thing kind of propels itself, flicks itself across the floor towards Captain Luger.
Scream.
Ooh. Oh, so the squid-like creature snaps its tentacles and propels itself forward onto Captain Luger's head, squeezing with an unexpected crushing power.
Oh man.
Oh no, that was my love interest.
I've just got this image now of Captain Luger.
You can perform a block.
I think I better answer.
Okay, so a block uses up a fast action, I believe.
That's fine.
You have to nominate something that you're using to block it.
I was intending to use my wrench, my maintenance jack.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a close combat roll,
yeah, I do. I get +2.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put it in me as a modifier.
Yeah, that's fine.
You mother.
If he fumbles, does he knock himself out?
I know.
You can push it, of course. Oh, don't forget you got story points as well. So a story point adds a success, which can be used before or after.
Yes.
But it's up to you.
See if I've got one. I think I've at least got one. I think. Yes, I have got one. Yes, I will use the story point.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do that, or do you want to push it first? You can still add the story point after pushing and roll. Of course, pushing and roll gives
okay.
will give you potentially give you stress.
Okay then. So I'll push the roll, and I do it by kind of like dropping back. So I'm almost like, I guess, dropping on my back. I kind of like fall backwards to kind of like push it away.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find the there we go.
I'm gonna push it.
So you got one success. So that will block. Let me just check. So it has got 2 successes. That will block 1 success. If you spend a story point, that will block both successes.
I will. I'll spend the story point.
Okay. Yeah. So you throw up your wrench, your maintenance wrench, and the thing just wraps, just blocking it in time, and wraps its like tentacles around the wrench. It crushes that tightly, even leaves a mark on the metal of the wrench. But if you hadn't, but yeah, it's kind of your heart catching yourself. You realize if you hadn't just brought that up just in time, it would be crushing your head right now.
Wow. I still scream. Ah! As I'm doing it, obviously a little bit panicked. Did not expect these coming out of this door. Is it my turn?
I believe it. I've lost my combat tracker. It is indeed your turn. Yes, it's Captain Luger the Third.
So currently, I'm on the floor. I'm allowed just a standard action now, am I?
You're not on the floor, no. Oh, well, you said you were throwing. I mean, that was like a thematic description. But yeah, okay.
It was.
It's up to you. I mean, but you could take a fast action stand up if you wished.
Right. Okay. So,
If you can't remember what the actions are, there is in the journal tab. There's an entry called, which I will make it so everybody can actually see it. There's an entry called Rule Summary, which has got the lists all the slow and fast actions.
Wonderful. So yes, I'll take a fast action to get up. And again, thematically, I'm doing it as I kind of like it's on the wrench and I'm on the floor, and I kind of like roll round onto my front, and as I do, I'm like smashing the wrench onto the floor. With the thing wrapped around it, so it's effectively just a close combat thing. But
it is. In fact, I'll give you a. I think you deserve a bonus for that.
Nice.
Well, it's essentially a move. It's wrapped on the thing, so you can have a. I reckon you can have a +1 for that. Yeah.
Okay. So I've still got my +2. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah! I hit my own hand.
Okay, so you kind of bash it on the floor. It kind of rebounds. Maybe you hit yourself, and then it just drops off again.
Okay. It's unbelievable. This game wants me to die, I think.
Okay, so then it is the next of the squid babies, which is this one here. So let me just check. It's a move too. Again, okay, so this moves up again. It's going to attack Captain Luger.
Yeah.
Because they're not particularly clever.
Androids don't taste very nice.
Yeah, so it attacks. Oh God, is that the same attack? It is. Yes.
That never sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, so you've used your fast action up this.
I have.
You can't block. So this thing, it launches itself, snaps its tentacle, launches it. Oh God, the same damage as well. It does.
Oh God.
Okay, so it does one point of damage, and it lands right on top of your head and locks its tentacles around you, beginning to constrict itself around you, smothering you, covering your face, and starting to smother you. You are the blow as it starts to crush your head. So you sustain a concussion.
Concussion.
Concussion automatically. Concussion. It's not fatal, obviously. It means mobility checks are done at -2.
Right.
Until that is healed. If it to heal naturally, it will take D6 days. So unless you get access to a auto dock, then you're going to have that penalty for at least a day.
Yeah.
But it is now on your head, actively trying to crush your head.
Yeah, I don't need to worry about making future tests. I don't think so. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, and then the next one, next squid baby.
Surely our loyal android will save him.
Okay, so this one, it kind of instinctively or otherwise, it kind of skips past and heads towards Dr. Lark, but Dr. Lark is too far away for it to actually do anything. So it just like flops and flips along the floor towards him. And then it is Dr. Lark.
I am going to use my sedatives on that squiddy thing and stab it.
You're going to use your sedatives. Is you got anything specific information about your sedatives?
2 seconds. It will... sugar. Hold on a moment.
We turn it to be a methamphetamine instead of alien biology.
Yeah.
Right. It's
And
going
it just starts tweaking.
It's going to
Sedatives. Oh, I see them.
and give it the munches.
I thought it would say something on it.
It turns out PCP.
It doesn't have any specific information. I guess we'll figure something out. So you'll have to make a close combat roll to try and stab it with your sedatives.
When he said we'll sort something out, you could almost hear him smile.
Close combat. Where? Where's close combat? Sorry.
It's on your.
Oh yeah,
skills.
got
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
you flip.
You can push it if you wish.
Yeah, I'll push it. I did push. I pressed it.
Yeah, press the push button.
I did press it. There's nothing's happening.
Okay. Do you want me to push it for you?
Yeah, please.
Oh, it's not. It is not. It's not allowing you to push it. Oh, there you go. That's why.
I'll spend a story point. There you go. I've got to help
Okay, so that gives you an automatic success then. So you got one success. So you stab it with this this hypo full of sedatives. It does get an armor roll, so you'll have to do some damage to it, or effectively do damage to it, and it fails its armor roll. So yeah, you punch it with this hypo, injecting it with these sedatives. And let us give it. So it's that is essentially strength. So let me do a dice roll. Where's my dice roller? Dice roller. We want 2 dice, and so long as it gets no successes, Okay. So you jab this thing with the sedatives, and it kind of convulses. It looks like it's going to grab hold of you, and then just. It doesn't. Well, it's hard to tell if it's unconscious, of course, but it's kind of like flops, and kind of starts flopping limply on the floor.
There you go. I
Well
think we
done.
need to get out of here.
He's got this thing on it. He's got this thing on his head, crushing his head.
Well, I couldn't use my gun on you, but I was thinking, like androids do.
Do you give consent for me to open fire?
You can't say shit, can you?
Okay, so you're over here by that. This one, so we'll effectively remove this one. The other one comes flopping past Captain Luger and attacks the Doctor.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Doctor. Oh. Okay. Right. So this thing, this other squid-like creature, it springs at you, twisting its body, and it lands. Where does it land? What particular limb do you want it to land on?
My foot.
Your foot. So we're going to say your leg then. So it hits you. It leaps through the air, launches itself through the air, grabs hold of your right leg.
Yeah.
But it's grasp. It seems to grab your trousers more than anything else. It doesn't get a firm grip of your leg, and so although you can see it constricting, trying to crush your leg. It just hasn't got enough a firm enough grasp of your actual leg to actually do you any harm.
In fact, it's more grabbing between the legs.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, that's ineffective as well in the Doctor's case.
Hang on a minute. Suddenly, we've gone from Alien to the film Evolution.
Yeah.
Okay, so Captain Luger, what are you doing?
Okay, I am just like a clown in a circus ring. I'm grabbing my wrench with both hands and hitting myself on the head with it as hard as I can.
Okay.
Didn't I flop off limp though? I thought I made it limp, and that kind of.
No, you.
No, the one on the wrench
a
did
different
that.
one.
Yeah,
Oh.
the one that were wrapped around the wrench came after you. The one on my head is still on my head.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I got the wrong one. Sorry, Lee.
It's all right.
So I mean, sorry if that's what you is that what you were intending? You were intending to do the one on his head.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'll let that. It does make more sense. So yeah, we in which case we'll say that was the one that you did then. So there are two. There's just the two on the floor. So the one on you're able to pull this. You're able to pull this from your head then as it falls limp.
Right, fantastic.
That did make more sense than stabbing the one that was on the floor.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that was it. I like it.
If that's the case, then, and we've done that, I'm going to grab the doctor's hand and try and race through that door with the intent to shut the door before these can get to us.
Okay, very well. So that will require a mobility check. Unfortunately, you've got concussion.
I do, but I'm also on +2 to agility.
You are indeed.
So that cancels itself out, does it?
It does.
Yeah.
I'm just looking thing. Where is it? Is it a retreat action? Is it? But it's a mobility check. I can't remember what it's actually called. But it's a mobility check anyway. Boom. That'll do. Okay. So you grab in the doctor. I don't know why I'm moving these tokens because you can't actually see. Grab the doctor and slam the button, the control button for the door, and it slides shut.
Yep. And kind of collapsed to one knee, panting, with my wrench in my hand, like, Jesus.
Who is Jesus, Luger?
I think it's the fact he's got his wench in his hand.
Yeah.
That's a bit bent, your wrench, Luger.
I'll examine it like, what? A bit panicked, like, well, no, it's fine. It's just mad. Oh, what the fuck? What were them things?
I don't know, Captain Luger, but we're here to find out what these are. Also, if you haven't noticed, I've got one of these things wrapped around my leg. Could you try and knock it off, please?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I've used my actions getting us through the door and shutting the door on others.
Well, I'll try and rip it off. I'll try and go,
yeah.
Because my strength is quite good, actually.
So I am actually going to bring your 2 tokens into here now because I've managed to docked it so it's not as damaging. Let's pull you to the scene and pull Andy to the scene. There we go.
Nice.
So yeah, you find yourself in this junction. Yeah. You can see like I said, the walls covered in this kind of translucent, pale bluish flesh that's like covered in these black, almost like freckles. And you can see there's like veins and tendrils pulsing with these Hesselden lights running through everything. And you appear to be in like a corridor junction. There's 4 doors leading off.
Okay. There's still a squid on his leg, apparently.
There is still a squid on his leg.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? It's not. I'm not going to say it's in combat because it's just trying to crush his leg. And these things aren't particularly, they're not Harvard graduates. So
I'm not going. I can't afford to be subtle. I'm just going to have to smack it with wrench.
Yeah. Okay. And you can have that extra +1 because it's like I say, it's kind of immobile.
Right. 1 second then.
And I will say, if you can batter it with your wrench, you can safely batter it. Kill it. There we go.
I can.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Keeping it together.
I've done it.
Nice.
I'm all right. And more importantly, so is the doctor.
Bless you.
Okay.
Mate.
You've been taking lessons off of Angie.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, back out in the hangar deck, what are you 3 doing?
Well, I was kind of knocking on the door. But...
So Sajid, did we decide how we're pronouncing that? I keep going. What is it, Jake? Sajid? Did we say? Sajid, excellent. Very good. Okay, so Sajid, you head over, and as you approach the side where you saw the doctor and captain head towards you, the part of it just opens up. You see what looks like a what looks like a fleshy, like a valve, like an organic
Cloaca.
valve. Yeah, cloaca that opens up. But as it opens up behind it, you can clearly see what is an airlock door that opens up as well of its own accord.
Guys, we gotta go. Time to get out of here. This place is really unstable. Let's go. Can anybody hear me in there?
I'm looking at the EVs and I'm looking at that thing. And I'm wondering if it's worth using the EVs to go in
Do you think we could do it?
and cut through.
I'm gonna use the comms then also. Hello.
So
Guys, where are you?
So you get no. So the rest of the people out in the hangar can hear you, but you get no response from the doctor or the captain. You can see up through something. You can look. You can see, like say, these walls. It looks organic. These fleshy, pulsing, almost slightly luminescent walls of the like translucent blue flesh.
Doc, you got to come see this. I think this is maybe some sort of stomach. Maybe they've eaten them. Maybe the captain's gone. Nobody's answering. It's they're probably already dead. Maybe they're being digested now.
Sergeant, if you come over here, we'll take an EV each. And we'll try and find our comrades.
What about the captain? What about that? What about the Dr. Lark?
Yes, that's why I'm saying we go in with the EVs.
So it'd be too big. They're too big to go inside there.
Inside,
Can we cut through?
Oh well, you'd have to. Well, you could try. I suppose you'd have to try and cut through this shell.
Do we really have time for that? I mean,
I
obviously
don't think it's wise to go in there as ourselves. I don't know why those two went in, but at least if we're in the EV vehicles, and if we at least make an attempt, if we can't go in, then we'll carry on with the mission. We need to get the ship repaired, or else all of us is for nothing.
Well, I agree, Doctor. That's why I'm trying to get them out before we leave them
Well,
here.
they made the choice to go in, so I'd say we'll use the tools that we have. These things have, these vehicles have cutting torches. Who knows? Cutting through the flesh might have an effect on the organism and may expel them.
So you do think they're being eaten inside like I do?
Anything's possible. It's an organic mass, whether it's sentient, one organism, or just like a sporal growth. I have no idea, and we don't have time to study it. As much as I came here to study alien life forms, these are not the best of conditions to do so, particularly when we're about to hurtle into a black hole.
I couldn't agree more.
We've come in to study alien life forms, but not those alien life forms.
All right, and I'll assist the doctor get on the equipment to be able to cut through it.
While they're doing that, I am totally going to continue with the original plan and try and tie a couple of these batteries to one of the other EV pods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case we need to get out of here quickly, we can take the batteries with us.
Yeah,
What do you mean, just in case? We do need to get out of here quickly. That's exactly what we need to do.
Well, if we're in the vehicles, we can try and pick them up, or we'll just have to go. We're already tallying too long here.
Okay. So it's the Jad and Nirvana getting into one of the EVAs, did you say?
Yeah.
Well, we'll take one each. There's 3 of them.
There is.
And each EVA holds 2.
Yes.
So that means that we'll have 3 vehicles, and then we can pick up the 2 passengers.
Yeah.
If
So,
we get in.
like I said, the EVAs are quite big. I mean, you can see these symbols. These are the EVAs. So you can see how big they are in comparison to this meteorite.
Well, I'm thinking more brute force and ignorance actually just cut through the side of the door.
Okay. Okay.
If we can get in, fine. We've got 3 cutting torches.
But Doctor,
Also, this will give us an opportunity to figure out the workings of the vehicle as well
Doctor,
before
how
we
do-
start
how do
trying
we-
repairs on the ship. Because I don't know about you, the last time I've driven an EV was probably never.
if we're using the cutting torches, how do we know we're not going to be cutting into the doctor and the captain?
They'll tell us.
Oh, they haven't been communicating
Yeah.
on the communicators.
I don't think we're gonna look. Sometimes action's needed. Let's start with the outer membrane of whatever this is, and then find a wall.
All right, okay, Doctor, you know best. And I will get into one of the EVA suits and
Oh yeah, like I say, it's not a suit. It's a vehicle. It's about
Yeah,
the size of a mini sub.
correct. Yeah, I saw the thing with the arms and the
yeah.
legs. Very cool. I always wanted to drive one.
Okay.
That'd be worth having a house on the lake, wouldn't it?
Shall I make appropriate noises?
Just to
Okay.
I was thinking motorbike noises, but
Radio. So you two are getting to one of the pods, and Drabikowski, you're attaching 2 of these batteries to. Well, you could probably quite easily attach 3, hook up, like fasten 3 batteries to this thing if you want to.
yes.
Yep.
Was
We
it-
need 3 batteries, don't we?
Trying to find enough fastenings, wire, rope, anything that I can tie them on.
Well, each battery is equipped with like a carrying strap, so you can like put it over. Like there's 2 straps, so you can
Yes, I
to aid in carrying them.
I can just kind of like grab them by, put them into the hands, can't I?
Yeah, so you could like I say, you could use those straps and just like hook them onto something. It would be easy to do. It would be easy to do if that's what you want to do.
Right, I will do that, and then after I've done that, I will try and work out how to control one of these damn things and see if I can help with the freeing of our noble crewman.
Okay.
But I think
Oh.
that serves as an example test run as well. By cutting into this thing to see how the torches and all work. Before we actually do it for live on the ship that we're relying on to escape.
Radio.
Yeah, I just wanted to be known, if this thing suddenly grows tentacles and tries to kill us, it's not my fault.
Okay, so these EVA pods are generally designed to perform deep space excavations and sample retrieval. This extra vehicular activity pressure pod is a 2-person armored bubble with engines, storage pods, an airlock, massive diggers, and manipulator arms attached. The pod's manipulator arms attached. Oh, the pod scanners use a form of echolocation to penetrate rock and map out what may be buried in it. The pod can withstand up to 30,000 psi of pressure, making it ideal to work near gravitational eddies. There you go. So it's got 2 heavy, 2 medium, and 2 fine manipulator arms. It gives you +3 to heavy machinery rolls. But anyway, so it has got cutting torches as well on it, I believe. So I'm not going to require a piloting. Normally, in certain situations, you would require a piloting role, but it won't for this. So yeah, you get each get into a EVA pod, power it up. And you can attempt to manipulate the control. So you can give me a, I guess it's going to be a heavy machinery roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Reasonable enough.
Okay. Radio. I just need to.
I was about to say, if the pilot failed us, it'd be wouldn't exactly.
Oh, okay. So you start. So you're being like to pilot these things. Obviously, they've got jet engines. So you lift up off the deck, and which is made easy by the zero by lack of gravity, and drift towards this mass and start cutting into it, grabbing hold of it with manipulated arms and cutting into it, the cutting torches, and they do nothing.
Well, that's just unhelpful.
Okay, looks like we're...
Doctor, my cutting torches seem to be ineffective against this. You were saying that there might be something that could expel the doctor and the captain, but
Well, I thought the reaction to being cut with a torch might have provoked that sort of reaction.
What kind of material can't be cut by torches?
This is not. We don't have time to study that. This is fascinating, but we don't have time.
It's eating Lark and Luger.
Well, we'll have to come back. Ship has to be the priority now. There's nothing we can do for them. If we can't cut in, these won't fit through. I'm not prepared to take a chance to go in without some sort of armor or vehicle to be able to escape.
I have an idea. Why don't you grab it from one side? I'll grab it from the other side, and we'll pick it up and turn it on its side, and then shake it vigorously.
So the
That would have to be like
That never fails.
I mean, with the door open and
yes,
stuff, maybe.
just shake.
let him go.
It works with spare change.
Or we could give up.
Spank it. So Jake and I'll shake it as he'll spike it.
So while you're having this discussion, there is some reaction. I mean, this thing has got tendrils running out from it that like buried into the decking floor, and the snake across the decking and of into like power conduits, several power conduits. But as you're having this discussion, frantically deciding what to do, you see these tendrils, more of these tendrils start to grow out from this mass, burying themselves through the metal of the hangar deck, and the ones that are already in place start to grow.
Time to leave.
To swell and spread out, smaller tendrils across the floor, more like growing out, punching through the sides of the hangar.
The heat of our lasers is making it grow. It's making it stronger. We need ice. We need colds. We need something.
Time to leave now.
I am so climbing into my pod.
Yeah, we're already. That's what I said. We're all let's go by the nearest exit and just. Let's get this done. I wonder if this is, I'll just say over the comms, I wonder if this is the cause of the massive power drain or the power source that we detected when we first landed.
Quite possibly. Let's research that later, like you said, and let's get out of here now.
Yeah. So, we're skedaddling.
Okay, so there's Ajira is still out. So Professor Ajira is still. We can't just leave them here.
You can join us, or you can wait with them. Your choice. We're going.
Wait.
We need to get the ship repaired before anything.
Let's hear about. What do you recommend?
Drabiskowski leans out of the EV pods. Marines.
Winds the window down. Winds the window down.
What do you suggest we do? We
can't just leave him. And he turns and he runs inside.
Right.
You're closer to God than any of us. What do you think we should do?
Let's grab it with the heavy duty claws and take it with us.
I don't think it's going anywhere. It's just buried itself into the.
It's embedded itself in the deck, and the tendrils going through this.
Yes, it's having a tantrum.
That's right. Let's go.
So we can either leave it hanging on the floor
anymore.
or drag it off with us.
They're either fine or they're dead. We'll all be dead if we don't do this.
Okay, Doc. I'll lead the way, but I don't think we can get through the corridor in these things. So
No.
are we leaving?
We're leaving the station. We're going outside.
We're going outside. We're going to go through the airlocks. All right, let's grab whatever we can. The batteries are loaded. Let's.
See, Drabowski is going nowhere near that thing. If I was vet, yes, maybe.
Okay. So you're going out docking port 1.
Yep.
Okay, so you can manipulate the airlock controls from inside the pods, of course. Otherwise, it'd be kind of useless. So yeah, you power up the pods, pilot them into the airlock, cycle the airlock, and then out into space, where the view is just dominated by the swirling mass of plasma in the black hole. And it's probably at this point that you realize that ever since that creature spoke to you of a sort, for want of a better word, there's been kind of like this drone that's been just kind of at the back of your mind, not so too low to really notice it. Maybe you didn't really register it properly. But now outside of the station, devoid of all the noise of the station, all the sound of the pod, you can all hear. It sounds almost like static inside your head, and out here you can hear the roar. It sounds like you can hear the roar of this black hole as it roils and tears at space.
That's the sound of the dragon. The dragon's coming. Embrace the dragon.
And I would imagine. I was just going to say, I would imagine, unless Sajad says otherwise, I would imagine that comes out over comms. Yeah.
I'm going to move my EVA slightly right.
Because I'm now working in 3 dimensions, I'm going to move my EVA pod slightly up.
Just as we just edge away.
Okay, Doc. How far are we from the ship? Let's get there. Let's cut the ship free and get those batteries charged. I mean, these things have batteries. Maybe we could rig these batteries.
Well, we'll have to see what we've got left after we free the ship, but no point doing it until we've got repairs. And then, yes, we will need to, unless anybody can fly a commercial trawler, we'll need a captain.
So if you want to like look at the Erebus station side view, you can see where you are. So you're on you're outside the main concourse, which is kind of you're about here.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor, we could honestly just get Mother to fly the ship, and I mean, I don't think there is a Captain Luger or a Captain Lark. We're missing 2 of the same letter of the alphabet now.
So what are you doing? You're all in communicate. The 3 of you are in communication with each other each in your own EVA pod outside the station.
I'm heading towards the ship, and I'm going to kind of analyze and see how and where it's connected and can be, torched through to disconnect it without damaging the ship.
Okay. So of course the ship is located over this side.
Okay, perfect.
On above the kind of entangled in the superstructure of the correction module, or deck F.
That's what we're doing then. What was I thought? Was that another explosion?
So that is the that's one of the spots where there's plasma fires. That entire side of the correction module is just consumed in plasma fires.
Are we gone past that?
I'm pretty sure that's where the ship is.
No, ship's on this side.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. So Out
It's
of interest,
disorientating this side
Yeah.
view.
so I'm
Oh,
just wondering.
No,
is
it is there. Sorry, it is there. You're right. You're right, Flea. I do apologize.
So, can we vent this from outside by making a hole? I'm no engineer, but
It might be possible to do that. To cut, if you wanted to cut, you want to cut through the side of the hole where the plasma fires are.
yep, and just let it do its thing. So we
Okay.
don't have to worry about plasma fires anymore.
Won't that propel the ship, the station?
Well, the fire is going to melt it anyway, and it's going to eat through androids. I'm thinking of a controlled.
I'm all for this station being eaten through with the things that I've
Not
seen
while
on
we still got
board.
the ship inside.
And speaking of that, got to be careful and we got to be quick. Not to give the GM any ideas, but those things have been floating out here as well.
You may have already done that.
We're heading that direction anyway. So I say, let's. Can we see any visible signs of the plasma fire from out here?
On the correction on these spots where the these kind of explosions.
So we're
symbols are.
basically about here. We're going to be heading up this direction anyway.
Yeah. So the
So
spot.
as we head towards us, can we, through viewports or something, can we see signs of the?
So there are no exterior signs of the plasma fires. No, you can see some of the upper decks, the decks above. So deck E and deck D are completely destroyed. They're open to space. There's been some kind of explosions, possibly fires, and you can see right into the interior to the point that you can see all the way through to the chute that runs down like the spine of the station. But the entirety, other than that, the entirety of deck D and E are they're pretty essentially non-existent.
You see, Doctor, this place will vent itself eventually. It's a self-correcting thing with all the heat and everything happening inside there. Let's just free the ship and get out of here.
But we still need the components to repair ship.
I don't know if we're gonna have time to find anything. We'll have to deal with what we have, make the emergency repairs. Remember, we have to survive so that we can give a proper memorial remembrance to Captain Luger and Dr. Lark.
I'm not dead yet.
Sergeant, aren't you a soldier?
Yeah, but a soldier needs 2 good arms.
Yeah,
I got one.
I just wondering because I thought soldiers were supposed to show, I don't know, a thing called bravery.
Yes, I am.
Did you not take that class when you were in basic?
Hey, don't disparage me. We're supposed to get out of here. I got to save all of us. All of us that are savable, that is.
Anyway, I suppose this conversation's happening, of course, we're making our way towards the big hole where we parked.
Okay. So like I said, the Katerina is entangled in the damaged superstructure of the ship, of the station rather, about here. So as you pilot the AirPods closer, you can like I say, you can use the pods to cut the ship free.
Now, here's the question: do we want to do it right away? Will the ship stay in?
I'm thinking like I'm not that I want to give like the GM any terrible ideas or anything like that. But if we cut it free, being the fact that it is so much lighter than the station, won't like the black hole's tidal forces pull it away quicker?
The only thing that keeps the station in place is the thrusters that are constantly firing.
The thrusters that we have to dismantle one of to get the Hujima flibbit so we can fix the thrusters on our ship.
Possibly.
Oh dear.
Well,
I'm so glad I write notes.
Might I remind you that if that thing that clearly ate Captain Luger and Dr. Lark, who are clearly dead and not alive anymore. If that thing's tendrils gets into this ship, there's no way we're ever cutting it free. So whatever we do, if one person wants to go ahead and try to repair thrusters, take thrusters from this station, hack them out to put them into our ship, we gotta do that as quick as possible to get the ship out of here, and then make repairs as we go. We'll get all the materials on board, do the repairs. There's no time to be wasting. Those tendrils, they get into our ship, that's it. We may as well just use these tin cans to start hurtling ourselves through space in.
Are we going to make an executive decision? Are we going to cut the thing free now then?
Yes, but I shall attempt to do it in the bravest fashion possible, lest I be disparaged from my profession.
Okay. So you can make one of you can make a what would it be? Let me just have a check. I believe it would be, he says, trying to delay the decision, a wits check, which will, if you make a wits check, I will allow you to make an estimate on how long it would take you to cut the ship free.
Doctor, how long do you think it would take us to cut the ship free?
I have a wits of 5, but I'm bound to fail the roll.
Yeah, I've only 3. So
Oh God, I will make the roll then.
Oh, is that a lot of rolls? Oh my
Wow.
God!
Do you have more stress than you have, like, skill?
Colonel Doctor in control of an EVA pod has just had a panic attack.
Whoa, that was heck. Wow, yeah, my panic's gone up from 9 to 12.
what?
Oh, I think we need a non-combat table. That was well, it's in. Yeah, get in.
As long as I don't pop a lung, I'm fine.
I'm so sorry, Doctor. I had my intercom disabled for the past minute, so I didn't hear any of the communications.
It
Um,
was,
Oh, so no, I mean, it needs to be a 12, doesn't it? Because you rolled your panic roll was 12. Okay, right. So
Can I have the bit where it says my stress level is decreased by 1?
I'm going to have to decide which of these
from time
more
to time.
appropriate. Okay, right. So it's going to be this. So
Zoot the Lord, he shouts. I don't do Russian.
would you like me to roll a panic roll now?
So while you all pilot your EVA pods in towards where the ship is tangled within this superstructure and begin. Obviously, you have to start working at it to get to try and assess the damage and how long it's going to take. So do you begin manipulating, pulling wreckage apart, trying to pull in the wreckage apart, trying to untangle the ship and cutting through this superstructure, and the stress of the situation because it's just becoming too much for Drabikowski. This is not the kind of thing he's trained to do. He's a scientist, not an engineer.
Are you assuming my character's gender?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, is it? Well, I presume. Well, it's what gender are you then?
From the picture, she's a leader.
She is a lady.
Yeah,
in the
she is
picture.
a lady.
Yeah. Okay. She, regardless. Anyway, Colonel Dr. Drabikowski.
The reason she has such a deep voice like mine is because she smokes a lot.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's the stress.
But yeah, Colonel Dr. Drabikowski. She's a scientist.
I'll be close in the corner making bubbling noises.
She's a scientist, not an engineer.
It's not easy.
And the stress of this situation and the lack of knowledge, you cut through some electrical wires that are amongst the superstructure that is entangled with the Katerina, and as you do, it causes it causes them to overload, and there's a sudden electrical feedback that burns out the EVA pod, locking it in place upon the superstructure. The manipulator arms just frozen, grasping onto the superstructure. And you can hear Colonel Dr. Drabowski just like screaming in a panic, saying, "It's locked on! And you can see it all sparking out. You can see electricity arcing across the EVA pod.
You can almost smell burning hair.
Good news. Hope you don't use hairspray.
A noise comes across the intercom.
Can you turn it on and off again?
Colonel Doctor, the EVA pod just dies.
Recover the batteries from that thing and put it in the ship.
Right. Look at
crap,
it.
he can't hear me.
Look
The comms are down.
Look,
Everything's down.
right. Look on the bright side. All that electricity might have recharged the batteries.
Yeah, an arc, like an electrical arc, like 1980s blue lightning style. Just go,
Either that, or I'm going back to the future. I mean, one of the two.
So, meanwhile,
Also, I may not have a spacesuit. Ooh.
Yeah.
you haven't got a spacesuit. No, you've only got a rebreather, I think.
Whoops.
Yeah.
What a shame.
It could be a lot worse.
It's all right. Sajad can track your corpse. So, meanwhile, inside the meteoric mass.
Yes. Right. Okay. So the thing is dead. Off Lark's leg.
Yep.
Wearing this.
Drag Andy back in there.
Yeah, I stomped that with my foot. Where did I go? Oh shit! I clicked off it. Sorry.
He says, "Yeah, it's done now. You've done it. You've done it again."
Sorry. Sorry.
Right.
So you don't need to move the tokens. I'm going to move all the tokens. Don't have to.
No, I'll not move the token.
Yeah.
So we've got northeast, south, and west. Which door did we come through?
You came through this door, the north door.
The north door.
Yeah. For what? We'll call that north to make things easy.
I do believe, Luger, you were leading the way. I was following. Does this floor, can you see imprints of where we went? Because it's kind of soft, I guess. You might be able to
For
see.
audience, you might want to. Oh,
Why is this going wobble?
I'm going to say audience might want to.
Well, I'll bring the we haven't got a I'll bring your.
Bring the team token in.
Well, I can just bring everybody, but it'd just be you'll be able to see. What I'll do is I shall bring Collins in. So
This is
Okay,
went a bit
okay.
wobble.
you what? Sorry, Colin.
This is went a bit wobble.
Yeah.
It won't let me change.
I have to refresh it. Well,
let's see. So I'm gonna put your token in there, Colin. Obviously, you can't actually. You're not actually there, but I'll put your token in there.
Yeah.
Pull you to.
can you put it in and hide it? Then you can't see it.
But then it makes him blind as well.
Does it?
Yeah.
Sure.
What I could have done with is a dummy player token, but not to worry. This will do.
Not.
Yeah, but the one I'm using
Yeah.
is the audience. The one I'm showing on the screen is the audience one.
Oh
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I don't see an audience one in my playlist. Oh, I see. Yeah,
That's
sorry.
why. That's why it's wibbling.
I do. I see it now.
It's giving me the circle of death. Not the...
Yeah.
1 second. I shall give it an audience. Let me give this. Pull this. So I'll pull the audience one. For some reason, it's not loading any.
Yeah, the thing's doing circle of death and just going wibble.
Yeah.
How do you mean circle of death? What you?
I mean, up in the top.
It's not loading the scene up.
Oh right, yeah. So you need to refresh your browser window then.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Captain Luger.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you remember the time when you had a big fleshy, squiddy thing on your head and how you got it off? Or should I say how I got it off? You know, a thank you would be kind of you. I could have used another weapon and then blown your head off.
Very sensitive synthetic.
I didn't break your leg when I smashed it off with a wrench. I think we're even.
To be honest, I think my leg would have survived. I don't think your head would have survived. I can go places. I can crawl. You can't crawl without a head, can you? No. So,
No.
Captain Luger, lead the way we come in. Next time, I'll use a gun on you because you appear to me to be very very much of a asshole. Yes.
I kind of like step back and I've got the wrench in my hand. I'm like, are you threatening me? Are you threatening me, like?
I think there's bigger things to worry about than myself and you. We need to get out of this place and trying to get the ship free, and we need to get this station under control. We need to stay on mission, and you stop panicking like a big child, and let's get out of here and find our colleagues. Thank you.
So stop talking a minute. Let me think. I'm gonna close my eyes and try and think about which direction I'm going. Certainly like the heartbeat type thing.
Oh.
Is there a direction I feel compelled to go? You know, more inclined to head to?
Well, that's
I do.
interesting.
I believe you're a little bit concussed, Captain Luger. So your senses are not good at the moment.
Shh.
I can help you wake up a bit. I have some never sleep pills.
I'm awake.
Would you like one?
No, I want you to be quiet. Where's Lee gone?
Oh, I will off somebody.
My Chrome is going completely wibble at the moment.
Oh dear.
I've got this. This is I don't know, I'm stuck. I can't do anything. Nothing's working. I might have to restart. So if you carry on till I try and fix my life here, because this is not.
So we're gonna will everybody lose?
You can carry on. I'll leave the room.
Oh,
To make
okay.
you aware. So don't.
Right.
Nobody else leave the room, or we'll lose the stream.
Oh, right,
No.
okay. So it's not going to
No.
get. All right, fair enough.
Because I need to. I don't know what's happened, whether it's Forge or a Chrome thing, but everything now is just not responding.
Okay.
The delights of
Well, at least
technology.
we can hear you and you can hear us. That's all.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I can't
Yeah.
I can't literally do anything, so we're
Yeah,
stuck here forever. So I'm gonna bounce out of the room
Okay.
while your other scene's carrying on, but nobody else leaves,
Right.
so we can.
No.
Okay.
Right, yeah, so I'm trying to kind of intuitively think which way, east, south, or west.
Okay. So as you so you close your eyes and try to focus, but all you hear is the sound, this sound of a heartbeat that just grows louder and louder and louder till it's almost deafeningly loud.
Right. I'll head west. I say this way. Open my eyes, like look a bit like I'm nauseous. And say this way.
No, Captain Luger, it's north. We need to head north. If you
I'm
don't
going
listen to me,
west.
I will drag you with me.
I'm going west.
Okay. Force it must be then. I'm going to grab his arm
Okay.
and I'm going to go north.
Okay. Are you gonna stop him, Luger? Then
I'm definitely going to stop him, smash his arm off me. Say, get the fuck off me!
What's Dr. Light doing?
There's no
You're gonna
need for
persist?
violence. There's no need for violence. If you want to go that way and meet your end, go west. I will go north.
You guys are doing Dylath's job for him yourself.
No. I'll say, I never asked for you to come. I never asked for you to come
I
with
was
me.
here to
Just
help
leave
you.
me alone.
Luger, if I wasn't here, you'd be dead. That is the bare bones of it. You would be dead without me. That's the fact. If you want to go kill yourself, fair enough. I'm going this way. I was trying to look for something in here and trying to help you out. I helped you out, and now you want to go on your own little mission. Our mission is to find out what is on this ship, save whatever we can on this ship, and then get out on our ship and head back and report back. I'm
That
here the
might
same
be
things
your
as you.
mission. That might be your mission. I'm here for a reason. This thing in my head, it won't leave me alone. There's something here.
Yes, there
I'm
is
not
something
gonna stop
here.
until I've found it.
Okay.
You
Goodbye.
can go if you want.
Goodbye, Luger.
Goodbye.
Okay. So
I'm heading west.
I ain't
Okay.
got no sedatives, have I left? Have I? No, I don't think I have. I used them all.
no, yeah, that was your last one. So I'll get rid of that. Delete. So Dr. Light, you're go on.
Nope.
This isn't going to have no effect on me. It's going to have effect on me. I'm going to drop a tear gas canister.
What are you doing carrying around a tear gas canister?
I pick them up.
The best armed android I've ever seen. He's like Commando.
Okay. Are you doing this? Are you doing this openly, or are you just kind of like doing it?
No, I'm dropping it on the floor next to him.
Yeah, but I mean, so you're not making an attempt to hide the fact that you're doing it.
No, I'm just going to drop it on the floor. Just going to go off my belt and.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I'm obviously going to see you doing that, aren't I?
You're not going to see me. You most probably feel it.
I will understand that what you're doing, pulling a grenade effectively off your belt.
This is what I'm saying. So
activated it.
That's a tear gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing it because you in a way that you don't care? Are you doing it in a way so to avoid him seeing what you're doing, or her rather seeing what you're doing?
I want to get him so he don't die. I want to get him out of here. So we've got a pilot for the ship to get out of here. I want him to be.
So you want to do it
stealthily.
Yes, you want to do it stealthily. Yeah. Okay. Very well. That's
Well, I'm not hanging around. I'm going through the door. So.
Well, not that quick, you ain't.
No.
Okay. So, well, I'll tell you what. We'll give us a opposed mobility check. So if you both give us a mobility roll, you can remove any stress. Don't uncheck the stress. You don't want to use any stress on it.
Okay.
And give us a mobility roll. The person who gets the most successes acts before the other one. If they're the same, then you both act at the same time.
Right.
So Dr. Light gets one success. So both at the same time then. Okay. Right. In which case, right. So Captain Luger, you head over and you open this door that leads into a corridor that is it puts you in mind of like a cardiovascular system, as if you're inside some like a giant vein. You can see the fleshy walls. And it's lined with these biomechanical, like glowing bioluminescent veins that run down the entire length of it, and the whole corridor pulses and contracts and expands.
Nice. Nice.
And you
Flea's waiting to be added back in, by the way.
Oh, I can't. I don't think
he's just joined. Got
it. Well done.
No worries. Never mind me. I'm just in the background going, work, Sultan, work, what the hell?
Yeah.
And at the same time, you probably don't hear it hit the floor because there's like the floor is soft, moist, even. But you probably do hear the sound, the hiss, and the sound of escaping gas. And looking down, you see there's a canister, a grenade canister on the floor, tear gas canister, and tear gas is billowing out from it. So you can make another mobility roll if you want to get through the door before the effects of the tear gas.
I certainly do.
And this would have stress involved. Okay, so panic again. So okay, right, that's fine. Okay, so you jump, you like dash through the door. Presumably, well, it closes behind you anyway.
Yeah. Close.
Okay, so Lark, Captain Luger just dashes through, closing it, and the door closes behind him before he's consumed, is enveloped in the cloud of tear gas that is now filling this chamber, which of course doesn't affect you.
On the I rolled 3 successes, so can I have a stunt to give myself +1 on related tasks?
You can. Well, I mean, what's the other memorability? What's the mobility? So give yourself 1.
A +1.
Yeah, +1. Okay, yeah.
Unrelated tasks.
Yeah. So yeah, any mobility rolls in this while you're inside this thing. So Dr. Lau, what's you doing?
I'm like gonna go. This captain is insanely stressed. I need to go after him. I know which way to get out. He's just gone on a complete tangent. I need to go after him. He's not listening. If he doesn't listen, I'll blow his leg off.
I love it. I love the rationale.
You need a concussed condition as well.
I do.
Is this one of the Ash or Rook series?
And that's why AI should never be allowed to take over.
That's right, yeah. I'm going to heal you by blowing your leg off.
I've got my teddy bear. That keep you company.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll just until I find it, you'll just have to manually give yourself a -2 on your mobility checks.
I will, but I get a +2, so I'm on a The net is +1 on related stuff on this.
Okay, so Dr. Lau, what are you doing? Are you following? Are you going through?
Yeah, I'm following him. Well, I'm staying a distance, but I'm following him.
Okay, so Captain Luger.
Right, Captain Luger is backing off down the hall, but definitely pulling out the bolt pistol.
Okay.
Getting ready for the door to open. Kind of like holding it ready. And I'll yell down the corridor. I'll say, "Open that fucking door, and I'm gonna blow your fucking head up!"
I do believe that's unadvisable, Captain Luger.
Oh, I was bluffing, of course. I'm obviously panicked, though. I'm like, don't step further forward. I'm the only one that can get us out of here. Like, you hurt me,
Luger,
and you're not going anywhere.
Luger,
I mean it.
Rationale, you're concussed, you're stressed, you're panicked.
I'm stressed because you're trying to get me out of here.
Exactly.
I don't want to get out of here. Leave me alone. You want to go
Right.
through them squid things? You go ahead. Don't take me out of here. If you try, I'm going to shoot you.
As I said earlier, I do believe the word arsehole. We are in a big arsehole, and you are an arsehole as well.
I like look disdainful at you and say, you know what? You androids are all the same. You androids are all the same.
I am trying to do the best for all of us, and you are acting not rational. Word.
I don't give a shit, Lark. You step forward, I'm telling you, I'm going to shoot you. I need to go in here. You don't know what I've gone through to get here. You don't know what I'm looking for. I do.
What are
I'm
you
the only
looking
one that
for?
can fly us. I'm not telling you, you piece of shit. You get out of here when I get out. I can't trust you now. So I don't want you following me. I would happily let you go away. I don't want to shoot you. But I promise you, if you try and take me out of this place, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Can I use my manipulation roll, please?
Oh, you
nice.
you can use your manipulation roll. Oh my god, yeah.
I am going to say, right, it's like this, Captain Lark. We need you to pilot the ship back. If you do not pilot the ship back, you're going to be unable to move anywhere without my help. So I'll either render you unable to move, and the only way you'll be able to move is through me, or you will not be moving anywhere.
Oh, manipulation. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you both have to make.
That's more intimidation than manipulation, but okay.
All right, that's
I guess
it comes under manipulation. I just need to.
Is this the Annie Wilkes sort of
Yeah.
level of terror that's being provided here? You get the bull soup before you get hobbled.
So Phil, no, I'm not going to say nothing, but yeah. Right, I'm rolling. Let's go.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, it's an opposed roll for manipulation.
An opposed roll. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So that's a success. So if you succeed, your adversary must either do what you want, or immediately attack you physically. So you've got an extra success as well, Dr. Lark. So you can spend it as a stunt. And manipulation stunts are your opponent does what you want without demanding a favor in return. Your opponent does more than you ask for example, giving you some useful information, or your opponent is impressed by you and will try and help you in some way.
I'll do the last one. He's impressed.
Okay.
And I'm forced to comply.
That is the situation with manipulation rolls. Yeah, it is a rare skill that you can use to manipulate another player. Yeah. It's not permanent, of course. It's only only until the condition that was set expires. So, so what is it you want him to leave this place? Is that what you were saying?
Yes, we want to leave this place, Captain Luger.
So the moment he leaves the place, he can shoot you in the back of the head.
It's not like a game. It's not like a charm spell in D&D where you suddenly realize it's basically it brings you to your. It's like a psychological thing. It brings you to your senses. Maybe you agree with their logic, even if you're reluctant to do so.
Yeah.
Come here, come on, Captain Luger, come on with me. I know the way out.
Of course, it is. You can't. The other person can completely refuse, in which case provokes.
I'll do what I said.
Provokes like a potentially violent clash, which can result in characters becoming NPCs, of course. But anyway.
Right, I'll not derail the game. Say, we've come so close. Don't you understand, like, I want to get out of this place. I want to get off this station.
Yes.
But we're this far.
Captain Luger, I don't want to resort to violence, but you're acting irrational. And we
because
need to head out to find us.
Yes, I am. Because we're so close.
So close to what?
I don't know. But we're close.
You don't know, but we're close.
There's this thing in my head.
This.
Okay. So as you're talking, suddenly you stagger, Captain Luke. You stagger slightly as the floor sort of shifts. It's almost. At first you think maybe the ship's been rocked by another gravity shear, but then you realise the floor, this corridor is convulsing, and suddenly the floor just drops away from beneath you.
Oh shit!
It just changes. The whole thing just changes shape, and it drops. The floor drops like 4 meters.
Wow!
And you just plummet downwards, unless you can make a mobility check.
Well, I guess it's instinct to make a mobility check, innit?
Yeah.
So you will have -2, of course, which cancels out your thing.
Yeah. Your net is +1 for me. So.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't mean to do 2. Sorry, I got the same.
No. It's just Captain Luger as well, not Doctor.
I've done it.
You've done it. Okay, so you managed to.
I got 1 success.
Right, so you managed to just grab hold of the edge of the door as this, like I say, just this kind of squelching noise as the corridor, just the fleshiness of this corridor just reshapes itself into like essentially like a chasm.
Wow. Obviously, scream a bit, in surprise. Grab hold of the door as I'm kind of hanging there, and say, "Look."
Hello, Captain Luger. Would you like my assistance?
What the fuck's going on?
Well, you obviously upset her. What you said. We need to find our way out and find out what the hell is going on this ship. We need to do what we need to do. Oh.
Okay, so the door opens behind you, and you hear this low hiss, it's exhaling of breath, and you see another of these alien creatures. It squeezes out almost like something squeezing out of a pore in the skin, and it plops out onto the floor and comes stalking towards you both.
Yeah. God damn it.
So, meanwhile,
yeah.
Santa's in space.
Meanwhile, I'm having a great time.
I think this is actually Crossroads in space. Totally drama. Yeah, I mean, relationship arguments in a colon in space.
Are you back up and running, Colin?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I see everything. So
we are.
So I'll switch you to the outside view. So, pull. Oops, I need to move to the view and then pull that audience thing in there. There we go. Okay, so like I say, Colonel Doctor's EVA pod is just overloads and dies. And Colonel Doctor, you, as your initial panic subsides, you realise that not only that with the rest of the functions of the pod, the life support in the pod has also failed.
It's probably just a blown fuse. I think calmly while screaming and scratching at the windscreen.
So yeah, what is it? What's Colonel Doctor?
Yeah, I think panicking would be a good thing to do.
Okay.
Right. Okay. It's not the worst situation we've been in. At least we've got some peace and quiet now. Have I got any idea where's like the main circuit breaker panel would be in this thing?
It's probably accessible. It's probably, you know, I mean, they're not going to hide these things, are they? So yeah, you could probably find it. Whether you could do something with it is another matter.
What skills have I got?
So it would require a Comtech.
I've got a Comtech of 4.
Oh, there you go. You might be able to.
The question is, how many panic dice am I going to roll? Right, I'm going to make a Comtech roll.
Okay. Oh, look at that!
Is this it just happens to hit the right sequence?
So it's like in my panic, I'm headbutting the control console, and I headbutt the right button.
So you got an extra success.
I'm being cool, controlled, and manipulating is not the word I'm looking for. I'm going to be cool, calm, cool, and collected. Control my breathing and try and find a way out of this, which will enable me to live at least a couple of rounds longer.
Okay, so I will say with the 3 successes you've got, I would say you managed to get the pod, the systems in the pod back up and running. You may run a few bypasses. It does mean that some functionality of the pod is still disabled, but it's only the manipulator arms. But you do manage to sort of get them to release and disengage, so your pod is not attached to the superstructure. So you can pilot it; it's functioning, but the manipulator arms, the tools on it, are no longer functioning.
That could have been a lot worse.
It could indeed.
This thing. I have managed to fix pod, but arms no longer work.
I suggest you park in the airlock.
Not that I mean anything by this, but you just asked a woman to park.
Well, I've seen you driving, so.
But I will give you one thing. Mm-hmm. So you think to safely remove, to disentangle the ship from the superstructure of the station will take about 4 hours.
Does the Setarina have? It has a cargo bay, doesn't it?
Good question. It has internal modules, armaments. It doesn't know.
Ooh.
Oh no, it does have a cargo bay. Yeah, go on, talk about it, because it has a cargo bay.
That's a supply ship, isn't it?
So bridge is deck A. Inner and outer deck cargo control. So deck B is cargo control. So it's got cargo control and like an outer deck and an inner deck for the cargo control. Yeah, inner and outer deck cargo control and handling is on B deck. You should be able to see the Katerina tab.
Oh, right. Yep.
The theatre of the mind, Katerina tab. So yeah, deck B is the ship is huge, by the way, but it's mostly taken up by the engine. This massive engine.
No, I'm just wondering, is it better
I'm looking at the fact it says cargo bay ×4 plasma tankage.
Yeah. So the ship is a new type of ship that runs. It's powered by plasma, and the front front area, this huge front area, is like a plasma collector as well. But yeah, the majority, about 80% of the ship is an engine. Pretty much everything below deck, almost everything below deck D is an engine. It's part of the propulsion system, along with the FTL drive here.
Does it have it has an external cargo bay? Does it have regular cargo?
Does it have what? Sorry.
Regular cargo.
Or what would you call regular?
Basically, like anything that isn't a big tank designed to carry plasma that I could say.
No, the only thing that the Katerina transports is plasma batteries. That's all it's. That's what it does. That's what Captain Luger does.
Oh, is there anything? Is there an airlock I can dock to?
I would imagine there would be on the cargo bay. Yeah, it would make sense.
That's what I mean. Does it make more sense to park in the cargo bay of the Katerina rather than trying to find one? Because we didn't exactly park in the cargo bay of the space station.
No, you're just entangled in the superstructure.
So
the ship is essentially wedged.
Actually, park in the Katerina. Use it to basically make our way to the space station rather than trying to park somewhere precarious.
Yeah, you could easily do that. You could park all your 3 EVA pods inside the cargo bay through the airlock on deck B. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Seems perfectly reasonable. Okay. Excuse me. So yeah, you do this. Gray contacts you over the comms. He talks you in, opens up the cargo bays, secures them when you've got the pods inside, and he meets you down on deck B in the cargo area.
Right, I just wanted to be in. The first thing I am going to do when I get out of my cargo pod is turn around and give it a bloody good kick.
Softy, empty your spacesuit.
Blame the driver.
What spacesuit? I wasn't wearing one. That was the problem.
Empty your overalls. Right.
No, I was cool and calculated.
We heard the scream.
So Gray, like I said, Gray is Captain Luger's android. Mm-hmm. Is there to me. He says, I trust everything is well. Where's Captain Luger?
Well would not be the word I would use.
He's back in the airlock. He's back in the hangar bay. He's back in hangar bay.
I've been unable to raise him on comms.
There's a lot of interference. There's a large biomass combined with a meteorite / foreign object, and they decided to venture inside it for some strange reason. They thought they would go exploring in alien biomasses, which this may prove relevant, Professor. I'm afraid there's been another development, hence my reason for trying to contact the captain. Care to share the development with us?
He nods and he leads you back up to the bridge, and points out some of the system readouts on the consoles, and you can see that there is alerts flashing up saying regarding the oxygen compression units on the ship that have been compromised and damaged and are essentially leaking. They've been ruptured. It says it appears there is some kind of growth that has penetrated the ship from the station.
That would be the alien biomass.
Well, without any further investigation, that would be a reasonable assessment, so yes. I'm afraid it will be, although the atmosphere on the ship is stable, since disconnecting the umbilical from the station, the temperature is restabilized, but unfortunately we'll be unable to use the compression units on the ship to recharge any oxygen tanks.
If we go into hypersleep or stasis.
Oh no, sir, you misunderstand. We won't. We no longer, at the moment, we just no longer have the facility to recharge any oxygen units for EVA suits or the rebreathers.
Okay.
But the life support and scrubbers on board are still functioning. At least for now.
Okay, well, we'll just have to limit the use of our rebreathers, and we'll use the equipment that we have acquired from the station.
Sorry, Doctor. A biomass inserting itself. It could be those tendrils. I mean, we got to investigate. We got to get that thing unattached from the ship.
Absolutely. We can't bring whatever this is with us.
Well, we won't be able to leave if it's tethered to the ship, and we can't. Wait.
We can't cut it either.
Well, maybe it's small enough to cut. We didn't try to cut the tendrils on the other ones. We just tried to cut into the biomass itself. Maybe. Do you want me to go take a look at that while you do the rest of the assessments? And I mean, if it's going to take 4 hours to cut ourselves free, we should get somebody on that.
Yes, that'll need to be a job started immediately. While we'll need to spend the teams.
Do you want to go and see if Mother has any special messages while we're here?
There's no Mother on board this ship.
Does this ship have life
There
pods?
is in Deck A. No? Okay.
It does have it does have artificial intelligence, but it doesn't have a.
Okay.
Oh, it does.
Mother,
It does.
yeah.
Yes, it does. It does. Sorry, I apologize. I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, it does have a mother unit. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Well, in fact, the mother is here where you are on the bridge.
Okay. So while he's doing that, I think I'll rush over to see where what could be on the ship that's messing with the oxygen compressor.
So Gray stops. She says, "I'm sorry, Sergeant, but only the captain and myself can access Mother."
Oh, that's fine. Captain Luger has verbally mentioned that we would have access in case of need, given the emergency situation on the on.
Oh, can you give me a manipulation roll then, please?
Yeah. God damn it! Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see that this is an emergency? God damn it! Don't you see that this is an emergency?
Quiet, Lark. It's not your time at the moment. Oh, sorry.
Well, that's not a fail. So yeah, well, Sergeant. There's no need to panic. I will give you. I will ensure you got access if the captain has granted such.
The captain is dead! Can't you hear me? The captain is dead! We're all doomed!
I'm sorry, Sergeant. The captain
The captain
dead.
is not dead. The captain's inside a big bunghole.
It's digesting the acids.
We don't know that.
Polyps.
The captain
We
is
have not carried
grown
out the
and
appropriate
climbed into a
studies.
giant cloaca, and Locke's in there with him.
He'll be emotionally sound anyway because he'll have a therapeutic synthetic with him, so there'll be no problems there. I'm sure those models are pretty decent.
Uh-huh.
Where's the goddamn teddy? I need the teddy.
Unfortunately, the Teddy is not here. You'll have to make do with the crew synthetic.
Okay. So while Assange Jad is having this episode, a nearby terminal on the bridge begins flashing up a red network alert saying there's an incoming network transmission.
Guess we'll go and answer it.
What's the worst that could happen with this?
Oh, so Greg comes over, walks up. Says, "It must be, it must be an alert that's been received on the edge." As I told the captain, I've managed to patch the ship's comms into the station. Let me see. And he taps at the console and brings up this network transmission, which can I show it? Oh, is it not an image? Okay, it says so. Up on the screen comes this transmission comes over, sort of reads out. It says to Erebus, Class E, Prison Unit 453339 from Network Comcon 76300 undefined Wayland. Aware of your situation. Expediting rescue team. Arrival within 6 hours. Absolute highest priority. Verification required. Transmit encrypted data. Designation Ironfish. Awaiting acknowledgement.
Acknowledge it. 6 hours. We got 6 hours until rescue comes. Acknowledge it. Ironfish, Iron Sword, Ironside, anything.
So Grace, I'm sorry, sir, but we can't transmit from here. This I'm just picking up communications that have been sent to the station's network.
Ironfish, is that a code word? Is that a designation to a crew member?
I am going to say that nobody.
It does not ring a bell.
Strange phrase. Do we have any Ironfish information?
Grace, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I have no idea what it refers to.
Are they going to not rescue us if we don't have Ironfish? Why throw that term?
That would appear to be the insinuation, sir.
Okay, look. I'll go get that bio matter, whatever it is, off of the oxygen compressors. We need somebody to go to the comms of this ship to reply Ironside in order to get the help that's going to come in 6 hours. I don't trust that the warden is going to do it or even have control over the comms. And the rest is getting the materials that we need to get this ship moving in case we have to leave here before 6 hours.
So, Sergeant Sudad, can you give me a width roll as well? You can do it without. You can remove any uncheck the stress thing to do it without any stress.
Uncheck stress.
I was going to check my stress.
So when you click on the roll, the window that comes up, you can disable the stress dice.
Oh, I see. Got you. Okay, that's very cool.
Okay. There's something odd about this communication. There's something not quite right. And then it dawns on you the designation, the ComCom 76300. It just says Wayland. It doesn't say Wayland-Yutani. And all communications from Wayland-Yutani are designated Wayland-Yutani.
This is an old ship. An old ship. If it's before Wayland-Yutani came together, that's
so
odd.
So the ComCon is the designation where the source of the transmission. So, but when it's communications from Wayland-Yutani are always designated Wayland-Yutani.
Well, can I check the systems to see if there were any known disappearances of ships near the ComCom area from many years ago?
Oh well, I guess you could perhaps search the use Mother to check, see if there's anything on record. Yeah.
Okay.
So that would require a Comtech roll.
Oh, I was actually going to click on Mother, but I think your Comtech roll is actually a better idea.
Hold on, I need to do a panic. And so it's a non-combat panic roll. That was Comtech. And what was the panic roll? Was it 9?
It was 9.
It was 9. So okay. So you start to tap in. Tap into Mother, accessing the records, and you start to bring up the records, but then you're not sure what it is you've done. But suddenly, Mother locks you out, claiming you haven't got the security clearance to access this record.
What if this is the plan of the dragon? Maybe it's the dragon. The dragon's coming. Maybe it's communicating with us, but not properly because it's so old it doesn't remember. Maybe this is from the divine. This is a sign. We must get that ship to come here in 6 hours. Doctor, do you want me to go to the comms? I'll go to the comms. I'll communicate back. I'll get the help that's coming.
I think I'll go check the EV. See if there's any way to connect to the station, because we can't do it from the ship.
All right. Then I'll go back to checking the air compressors. And I'll head towards them with maybe a cutting torch, or if there's anything in some toolkit nearby that I could take a scraper to scrape off any organic matter. And I'm also going to need a patch kit to patch the hole.
Okay. So Gray offers to show you where it is. And as he's leading you down to the deck where the oxygen compression unit's located, he does warn you that these growths have penetrated the hull, so you should be careful about severing them, so as not to breach the hull.
Well, maybe this would be a job better suited for you then. I'm afraid I can't carry out such a task without the captain's permission. The risk to the ship requires the captain to authorize me to conduct this, but I advise against it. This does not currently affect the integrity of the ship. Yeah, but are we tethered to anything from here, or is it just a growth?
I've been unable to make any external observations as to whether this growth tethers the ship to the station as well. I suspect it may do.
Well, then that'll be for the people cutting. us free from the outside.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. As I
Very
say, currently this. Well, in which case, if you right-click on somebody's name, you should see a whisper option.
Sorry?
Sorry, somebody was just asking me something.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But yes, I would
Well,
agree, sir. It would probably be better to sever it from the outside, along with the wreckage from the station.
And if you're discussing currently, that would be Drabikowski's purview. All right, and I'll head back to the doctor. Dr. Navarre, what we got to start moving forward on this.
Agreed. I think we'll start preparations then on releasing the ship in case we may not have 6 hours.
I don't think Gray's gonna let us go anywhere without the captain. We need
Understood, but we still need time to start working.
All right, let's start working.
Am I doing this alone, or is somebody going to help?
No, I'm assisting. That's why I came back to report.
Okay, so Navarre and Sajad are going back in the EVAs and going to start cutting the ship free.
Yeah, it'll take only 2 hours this way instead of 4, hopefully.
Okay, so what about Colonel Doctor?
Is he?
I'm just working out how to whisper to someone.
So you right-click on somebody's name see the playlist in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yes.
You can right-click on somebody's name. It'll bring up a menu, and one of the options is Open Whisper Box. Right. So while you're doing that, then back on board the station. Were you two exiting from this meteoric mass? Then, for want of a better word, this Captain Luger and Dr. Lark?
I don't want to, but I'm compelled to.
Yes, at least for now. At least for now. Yeah, so Dr. Lark has convinced you of the logic, perhaps. But
It's not safe here.
But that doesn't override your it doesn't override your ability to return. Just at this point, it's convinced you it might be the better course of action for now, at least. So shall we say, because it's getting to 11:30, and I believe somebody requested 11:30. So shall we say that you two exit this meteoric mass, this ship, whatever it is, back out onto the hangar deck. And you notice almost immediately, you notice that the EVA pods are missing. There's no sign of your companions. And as you stand around, as you look around, like wondering where everybody is, you see a man run past.
A man?
A man run past in a lab coat. Nothing else, just a lab coat.
Okay,
nothing but a lab coat.
Nothing but a lab coat, and he runs past me.
Why is he
and that's where we'll leave it.
That's definitely crossroads.
Wow. Why is he running past you? Nothing but a lab coat. The answer, my friend, is flapping in the wind.
And that's it. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Slightly different cliffhanger.
It's a very different cliffhanger. I'm not sure I'm any further forward in like understanding what's going on, but
Look, I've got to be,
entertaining nonetheless.
I've got to be honest. That's the scariest cliffhanger we've had so far.
Yeah.
It could only be scary if instead of running past, he was running towards you.
To run towards you with his lab coat open, flapping
Yeah,
it.
I'm wearing
Oh,
like
God.
pink cowboy boots or something.
Oh,
Yeah, so there we go.
That's
Ah,
awesome.
very
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah,
That's
thank
awesome.
you.
Thanks, Lee. Putting up
Alright.
with me.
It's alright. It's all part of the session, innit?
Should I? I think I will give you, Lee. I will give you one last roll, the last roll of the evening. I will let you make a wits check because I think you're around.
Okay.
You've got an Android companion. You're around androids quite a lot.
I get a success.
Okay.
ooh.
So there is something off about Dr. Lark's behaviour.
Well, definitely when he was stuttering, yeah.
Not only that. I mean that could be a glitch with his voice modulator, but his etiquette, the language
Yeah.
he's using.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's willing to use violence, so that's that's unusual, isn't it?
So with that, we'll definitely leave it at that.
Yeah. No, that's very cool.
Excellent. Right.
Thank you for this evening's session.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, thanks,
Colin,
everyone.
Phil,
We shall be
Jay,
back then
Lee.
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks to carry on. Yes.
2 weeks.
2 weeks to make plans.
Or try and figure out all become engineers now. No point being biochemists or whatever. That's all useless. We'll have to be
Yeah.
MacGyvers.
That was
Yeah.
really
Next session.
enjoyable. Listen to the others as well and watching Flea get fried.
Wait, to become engineers, does that mean we've got to shave our heads and paint ourselves grey?
Yeah.
Oh God, no! Let's not go there. All right, folks. Until next time, then, just leaves me to say, keep up the other channel, do the technical things, and remember to keep it creepy, keep it horrific.